This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Countries like China, who have chosen to retaliate and try to double down on their mistreatment of American workers, are making a mistake.
This economy is teetering on the edge of collapse.
Anew from overnight, some new U.S. tariffs on imports are in effect, including a 104% tax on products imported from China. But what does that mean for you? We'll try to look ahead in just a few minutes. Good morning, everybody. It is 6 o'clock. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 61. I'm Tim Lammers.
And America areas, good morning. A very cold start out there to get you going this morning. If you haven't put the winter coat away, good. You're going to need that before you head out the door, and also bundle up the kids. It is cold out there.
Absolutely.
It's below freezing, chilly. Well below freezing.
Yes, and then and when you factor in the wind that's still out there this morning, it is feeling like the teens in some locations. So bundle up certainly out the door, especially for the kids at the bus stop with the winds that are up this morning, and that feel is almost winter-like. Our wind speeds are currently anywhere from about 18 to 20 to 25 miles per hour, and that's taking a chunk out of what it feels like outside. So when you look at these numbers, taking a look at 19 degrees is what it feels like in Waterbury. It feels like 13 in Torrington, 14 degrees in Salisbury. It feels like 22 in Windsor Locks and 19 right now in Willimantic. So those are the numbers you want to dress for this morning, although our current air temperatures are sitting in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. Now the winds will trend in the right direction. A little less wind is expected towards this afternoon and evening, anywhere from about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and we will have a lot of sun around throughout the day too. So expect the sunshine. Temperatures move into the middle to upper 40s around in the afternoon as well. And so we'll look at our 3-day forecast here. We're around 49 degrees with a mostly sunny sky and cool for our Wednesday, into the low 50s for Thursday. Clouds do build in. It's going to be a colder start to our Thursday as well, into the 20s in the in the morning, and then into the 50s in the afternoon. More clouds around for Friday as well. There could be a spot shower chance Thursday and Friday, but a better chance for rain moves in for Saturday. We'll have more details on that rain chance. Plus, are we going to warm up? We'll have those answers coming up. As we check in with the roads now at 6:02, I think that the roads are okay as you're heading in and out of the capital city this morning. So your drive times are reflecting that this morning. At Hartford to New Haven, around 34 minutes. Volume is light along westbound side of 84 at a half-hour drive, and it looks good. And once you jump on 91 north from Rocky Hill to Hartford, a nice 7-minute drive too. Tim and Erica.
Well, President Trump's latest round of tariffs took effect about 6 hours ago now.
Yeah, and now many American consumers are waking up wondering, what does this mean for their wallets going forward? Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is in Hartford with the details.
The new tariffs went into effect at midnight. President Trump's baseline 10% tariffs on imported goods went into effect over the weekend. This morning, they expanded to include higher taxes for countries with the worst trade deficits. The Yale Budget Lab estimates prices from all 2025 tariffs will rise 2.3% in the short run. That's the equivalent to a $3,800 loss for the average American family. President Trump defended his plan from the White House as Democrats blasted it.
Virtually every country wants to negotiate. If I didn't do what I did over the last couple of weeks, you wouldn't have anybody who wants to negotiate.
That's what happens when Donald Trump governs by ego and congressional Republicans stand by and let it happen. These tariffs aren't part of any real economic strategy. They're just plain dumb because they hurt working families and there's no plan behind them.
Countries around the world are taking action in response to the president. China has announced retaliatory tariffs of 34% on U.S. imports starting tomorrow. The Yale Budget Lab says clothing prices could take the biggest hit. It also says some food prices could rise 4.5%. President Trump says he is standing firm and will not back down on the tariffs. In Hartford, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61.
Keith, thank you. Well, in court yesterday, jurors heard more testimony from prosecutors in the Jose Morales trial.
Fox 61's Emma Wolfhorst was in the courtroom, and she has the latest from Milford.
The state continued presenting its evidence against Jose Morales, and the main focus for most of day 2, evidence dumped inside children's donation bins in Derby.
We first saw a diaper genie.
Okay, and what did you notice about it?
That it was covered in a red substance.
And what did you think that red substance was?
Blood.
Tuesday, the state's attorney called Mura Watkins, former employee of Community Crusades for Children, also known as Kiducation. She worked as a truck driver for the nonprofit and collected donations from bins around the state. Watkins testified on Wednesday, December 4th, 2019, 2 days after 43-year-old Christine Holloway was found dead in her Ansonia home. She discovered multiple items with a red substance on them. These items were in a bin at St. Michael's Church in Derby. The 2020 arrest warrant for Morales listed the items as a diaper genie, pink croc infant shoe, a man's t-shirt, and more, including this piece of Holloway's mail. Police say the red substance was Holloway's blood.
I didn't touch anything, and I didn't let anyone else touch anything.
Lawyers also questioned Watkins' boss, Marianne Tettelbach.
I called the police in Ansonia.
So you called the Ansonia Police Department?
Yep.
And what did you tell them?
I told them that I had a letter on top of some stuff that we had collected at a clothing bin, and it had matter on it, and I was very concerned.
48-year-old Morales is accused of killing Holloway and tampering with evidence. Holloway and Morales' 14-month-old daughter, Vanessa, has been missing since Holloway's murder in 2019. The state also called and began questioning a Connecticut State Police detective and crime scene investigator. Evidence presentation alone in this trial is expected to take weeks. For now, reporting in Milford, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61.
Emma, thanks for the update there. Well, a man accused of hitting and killing Hartford Police Detective Bobby Garten pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Richard Barrington was in court yesterday. According to court records, he also pleaded guilty to assault. Police say back in September of 2023, Barrington sped away from a traffic stop and ran 2 red lights before he hit a police cruiser that was responding to a different call. Garten was a passenger in the cruiser and he died. His partner was also seriously hurt. Barrington is expected to be sentenced June 20th.
Well, developing now, New Haven police said 2 men were shot and killed in the city late Monday night and said the 2 victims were friends. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson spoke with police and with a man who was close with one of the victims.
A New Haven community wants answers after 2 lives were lost in a deadly shooting Monday night. As friends and family of the victims grieve, police are providing new details in the investigation. It was around 9:50 Monday night when police were called to the area of Winter and Goff Streets. Police Chief Carl Jacobson said that when officers got there, they noticed 2 people were shot. Jacobson said the 2 victims were men, one being 49-year-old Clifford Capehart and the other being 39-year-old Kayron Troutman. Jacobson says police have drawn some conclusions about what may have happened based on the evidence. As the investigation gets underway, friends and family mourn their lost loved ones. Edward Booker, Capehart's friend of over 40 years, says it still doesn't feel real.
At this point, there was some drug evidence on scene. Capehart was on federal probation for drug charges. Troutman also had a history with us. We know that those 2 were friends. We actually think this might have been a robbery or a drug deal gone bad because of the evidence, because of the evidence found on scene. But I don't want to speculate yet.
But it hurts when he was there last year. But he's not there this year. Death is real. It's a sad time. We lost 2 good men last night. What are we gonna do?
Now, police are urging anyone who has any information on the shooting that could help their investigation to call New Haven Police. In New Haven, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Jamel, thank you. Police in East Haven are investigating a hit-and-run crash that hurt 1 person Tuesday night. It happened along Foxen Road near Mill Street. We have some new video released overnight by East Haven Police. Officers say they're looking for that silver Nissan SUV you just saw right there. And as Fox 61's Valerie Moravi explains, people in the area say because of incidents just like this, they're really concerned about their safety.
Yeah, this area of East Haven was closed for several hours after police say a person was hit by a car and then the driver just kept going. Now, the crash happened in an area where people tell me it is notorious for dangerous driving and speeding.
It's dangerous. People really need to stop speeding if that is what was the case, and just proper road safety, honestly.
Police say at least 1 person was hit. We don't know how seriously they were injured. The crash comes just about 24 hours after a person was hit and killed while riding their bike in Hartford. Officials say the suspect sped off from the crash scene and was last seen heading to eastbound on Foxton Road toward North Bradford. People in this area fear for their safety, especially with dangerous drivers and speeding cars.
I feel like it happens like not a lot, but like it's just common.
Now, police is asking anyone with information or anyone who may have witnessed the accident to contact East Haven police. In East Haven, and Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
In Waterbury, a woman is in the hospital after she ran her car off the road. Officers say it happened near Main and Sperry Streets at about 8 o'clock last night. Now, the driver somehow lost control of the vehicle and hit a Jersey barrier. Now, those are the concrete or plastic barriers that are used to separate lanes on the highway. No word on what led up to the driver losing control of the vehicle. We do know that she's in critical condition at the hospital and that the road is back open this morning.